12 Conference on ESPN. Around these parts, if you're all world on a gridiron, they'll erect a nice statue like they did for RG3 here at Baylor. Inside the Bears basketball arena, great things happen. And perhaps one day, this man will also have a statue on a campus at Waco. Head coach Scott Drew. Welcome to our Texas two-step today inside the ridiculously tough Big 12. Still up for grabs. Number 8 Texas, number 9 Baylor. The Longhorns and Kansas tied atop the conference, locked in first place. Big game like this means Dickie V is in the house. Dave O'Brien, Chris Budden as well. And Dick, every day in the Big 12 is a big day.
No cupcakes. Every game is a battle. You might have 9 teams out of the conference. Get the NCAA tournament. Really, it is special. This environment is alive. It's electric. It should be really exciting.
Texas coming in at 22-6. Baylor at 20-8. And Baylor lost to Texas the first time they met. It was a terrific basketball game, 76-71.
Yeah, great star in that game was coming off the bench. Jabari was unbelievable. Rice, he was brilliant. He's probably the best six-man in basketball.
One thing to watch today for Baylor, the performance of the guy who wears number 1, Keontae George, the gifted freshman. He's been under the weather the last 24 hours. We'll see how he responds here today.
He is really talented. Talk to people, they talk about his multi-skills. He's basically a one-and-done player. There's no question he'll be going to the NBA.
And stay with us right after this one is done. We've got Kansas and West Virginia coming your way as they come down the stretch inside the Big 12. Great to have you with us today. An electric atmosphere here at Baylor. A couple of top 10s about to have at it. Texas, a team really used to playing close games. They're 7-0 in games decided by 5 points or less. That'll get you to the top of any conference when you keep that up. So here we go. And even with their loss at K-State this week, Baylor is 26-11 the last 4 years against top 25 opponents. That's as good as it gets to.
Tell you one thing, when you start beating those kind of people, you have a special program. And he has built that here. No doubt about it, Dave. It's a first-class program. Next year, they get the new facility.
Swing here for Mitchell. Very talented freshman at 6'8". He can jump through the ceiling. The jumper will not go off the iron. First shot of the day by Texas will not fall for Dessou.
Thamba with the rebound. He played on their national championship team a couple years ago. So he's a veteran, knows a little about winning.
Bridges with it, comes in averaging 10 and 6.
Transfer from out of West Virginia. He's been a little bit slump lately. He had really a great run with double figures in the last few games. He has struggled.
Bridges on a spin to the paint. Oh, that's pretty.
That's a great momentum. Scott told me before, I got to get him going scoring. He didn't waste time.
Dessou again, and that one he makes.
Dessou wide open right there. Transfer. So many guys you could say transfer. The transfer portal drives me wacky.
Can be hard to keep up.
Oh, no stability.
I think for head coaches too. Thamba handing off here for George. Comes in averaging 17 a game. The McDonald's All-American out of Louisville, Texas. Thamba goes to the lane. Flagler trying to penetrate. It's on the deck. Loose ball picked up by Texas, and Carr wants to push it. And that's knocked away, and Texas will keep it.
They got a nice backcourt. We look at Texas with Carr and certainly with Hunter. Taking this look right here. Great move, good spin. What a nice spin. Lays it on the glass. Bridges played a lot when he was at West Virginia.
Well, he can get hot. He had 18 against Texas Tech, at 20 against Norfolk State.
That's amazing. You used to have kids transfer because they didn't play. Now you get stars transferring all over the place. And some players played at 4 different schools. Like, come on.
Here's Mitchell in close, but no. Would you have been a fan of it as a head coach?
Oh, it's needed.
Today's portal, no?
I was coaching at the University of Detroit. We had a heck of a team. I would have lost all those kids. They would all went to Michigan State.
Gotcha. Bridges to the lane, spinning again, and it goes.
Tell you what, that's good news right there for the Baylor Bears. because he went 9 games in a row with double figures, and then he went in the last 5, he just struggled.
Allen, no, from three-point land.
Oh, nice pass.
He's going to jump back inside for a bucket.
He really scores on the inside. Good mid-range player. He had a big game also. It was Jamari Smith and certainly Tim Allen that were the difference makers when they beat Baylor up in Austin.
Flagler really having a fine year. Dumps it off for Thamba. That's going to be a traveling violation. And a crowd howling there because they thought there was a travel on the other end on Texas. As you look at Scott Drew's 20th year, still only 52 years old.
Unbelievable. He came here, a lot of people didn't think he had a chance. And for 3-4 years, struggled big time. I interviewed him before the game, had a great talk as they were looking at coach right here. Terry, I think personally got to remove that interim. He has earned that.
Named the acting head coach on December 12th, done a heck of a job. Carr.
Both these teams really play some strong defense.
Dessou, a line driver in and out.
Closed out on him really quick. Really made that tough shot for him. One thing with Baylor, they rely on a 3 a lot. So you're going to be able to stop the 3-point shot. You can play at Baylor. Hey, guys can really knock that down. Cryer, Flagler.
George there with a miss, but got a really good look. Hunter between the legs. Allen, that's a travel. We've seen a few of those early on here at Baylor. Tied 4-4. Baylor, the reigning conference co-champs.
Tell you one thing. I watch him on the sideline, Scott Drew. He is so animated, so spirited, a lot of energy, a lot of enthusiasm. Big screen, good ball screen. Oh, stripped him.
George lost it. Dessou is out in front.
Oh.
And a block out of the sky by Bridges. What a play.
Yeah, Bridges with a great defensive play. That might be the defensive play of the day.
Man.
That looked like a sure slam jam bang.
Yes, it did. Hunter can't cash in. And it comes right to Bridges.
And he didn't foul. A lot of times people like that make a play to make a lot of body contact.
Flagler with a blow by, kicks it back out for Thamba. He'll go down, went for the stuff, but couldn't get it to go.
Wow, gotta make that. You gotta make that.
So a break here for Texas. Dessou. Yes, he switches in the three-pointer from the corner.
So what, he feels it early in the game. He's become their offensive threat here.
So Texas in front by 3.
They put together a nice squad. You talk about veterans, you talk about experience. That Texas team is loaded with veterans.
Way downtown, that triple won't drop for Bridges, who's only hitting 26% from three-point territory. Here's Carr looking to penetrate and kick to Hunter. Up top once again, Dessou. They leave him open. He makes him pay.
Tell you one thing, Dessou having a big early start to this game. First 5 minutes, he has been a major, major factor.
8-0 run to put Texas on top 10-4. And Dylan Dessou has been the man. He came in averaging only 7 points a game.
He's going to more 7 today.
Both sides about to bring in 3 fresh bodies. And a whistle with 14:50 to go. Dessou really came back nicely after the block.
Watch his block. Watch his block. What a play right there by Bridges. Oh, man, that is up to super. Head says, Dessou says you blocked that one, but you're not blocking this one.
Here by Jalen Bridges.
Hey, watch the spin cycle right here. Hey, great job sealing off the defense. He did it one way, now he's going to do another way. Great footwork. Watch the footwork. Good head fake. Oh, tremendous play right there by Bridges. He also made a great defensive play. Might be the play of the game.
He's got 4 points, 2 out of 3 from the field, but Dylan Dessou has been a big story for the Texas Longhorns, already with 8 points.
He's a transfer, came out of Vanderbilt. Boy, Jerry Stackhouse, I'm telling you something, people. I don't think people realize the amazing job he's doing making respectability at Vanderbilt. Jerry, former great player, North Carolina, played in the NBA.
So at the moment, Dessou catching a break, the 6'9" senior.
You don't want to keep him on the bench too long. You don't want to break up that rhythm he has. He said, Coach, I've been on fire. What am I doing on the pie? What am I sitting? That's for Dave O'Brien and Dickie V to sit, not me.
Chuma Chachua, one of the 3 new Baylor Bears in the game. What a story he's been in his comeback.
Baylor's rotating to the zone right now. Little matchup zone.
Deep in the corner, Rice gave it up. Hunter will not give it up, and he'll stick it.
Tell you what, Hunter was so good last year as a diaper dandy over at Iowa State. See, that's what I'm talking about. When there's a kid that was star, he certainly didn't leave because he didn't get PT playing time. He left for a new environment, wanted to go somewhere, I guess, where he felt they had a chance to win a national title. Iowa State's certainly a good program.
14:06 to go. Chuma Chachua coming back. This is just his 7th game after missing the first 22, recovering from that surgery.
I rehearsed all day. See what happened. Chanwa, Chachua.
Very well done.
Chanwa, Chachua.
Beautiful.
Chanwa, Chachua.
Did you drive Lorraine nuts with that all day and all night?
Yeah, most guys, you know, I'm laying in bed, you see me go, Chanwa, Chachua. What the heck is that? She goes, what is that? I said, I'm telling you, I love you.
It's one person's way of saying how much I love you. Let's go to Chris with more on this story.
He's been in a pretty amazing story a year ago against this Texas team on this court is when he suffered the devastating knee injury to his left leg. You can see through the socks on the calf of his left leg, he wears a brace that goes all the way down to his foot and then has a carbon fiber plate that's underneath his foot to prevent it from dropping. But to be able to even be out here, they didn't know what he would be able to do when this happened a year ago. It's been an incredible, inspiring story.
Tell you, great, Chris. You did a terrific job on that story, but it's really amazing. Talk about courage and guts. He had a double last game against Kansas State.
Pryor, short range, not there. Carr with the rebound, some contact.
If they're going to win, they got to get points out of Flagler and certainly out of Cryer. They have to deliver, especially with the 3-ball.
Texas looking pretty sharp here early on. Carr wants a triple. In and out. He got a very good look, and he makes 39%.
He's a 6-year player. Played for Rick Pitino, son, Richard at Minnesota.
Flagler, outstanding point guard. Named to the Wooden Award Player of the Year, mid-25.
Give it up. Give it up.
Wants to penetrate. Got by Hunter. Dipsy-do! And they're going to wave it off, and it's an offensive foul.
Charge. And the bench jumps in joy. The Texas bench really explodes, jubilant. Can that charge?
Let's take a look.
You know, it's what you can argue, Dave. There it is. He's out in that zone. I don't know. I don't know. That's a bad call. That's a bad call. That's a bad call. No way. No way.
I'm with you, Dick Vitale. And, you know, Bishop was still moving.
Absolutely.
In any event, waved off, 13-4 Texas. That's a really, really tough one to get right, but I'm with you. They got that one wrong.
The Bear Pit thought they were wrong, too. All the kids, the student body.
Well, you spent some time up there before the game.
Oh, I had a lot of fun with those kids.
Somehow you found a 10-gallon hat again, which you always seem to.
They made me feel like 13 instead of 83. They didn't move the 8 and put a 1 there.
Swing here for Love. Love wants to penetrate to the lane. Flagler keeping on moving. Turns. Can't stick it.
Texas doing a great job defensively. Coach Terry's got them really playing tough defense.
Here's Carr. He's fouled in the act of attempting a 3-pointer. That's on Love. Speaking of lids, I mean, you are legendary. Finding the right hat.
Hey, I look like Tim McGraw, Kenny Chesney.
Well, not quite.
Blake Shelton. I can't sing it like that. Oh.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball, and by Kubota. Together, we do more. Texas and Baylor, and before this game, Chris Button, a little friction on this court way before the game, right?
Yeah, I want to take you back to 2 hours before game tip. So at 11 o'clock Central Time, this is the Baylor women already practicing on the court. They have a game. It's a doubleheader at 5 o'clock Central Time. Up in the top left-hand corner of your screen, you see Rodney Terry. Texas has come in. They were told their basketball operations that they could have the court as early as 2.5 hours beforehand. There starts to be an altercation between the women's basketball team for Baylor and Texas as to who should be on the court, who was allowed to be practicing at that time. The women eventually leave the court. I talked to operations. Texas was told they could have the court as early as 2.5 hours before the game. The women's side thought that they would have access because there will be a very brief turnaround before they have to play again at 5 p.m. Both sides have said there should have been better communication between the two.
Oh, I agree with that. I think obviously communications broke down. If it was agreed upon by both schools, 2.5 hours, you got to make that happen. But maybe they weren't told that. I don't know. Seems to me there was a lack of communication, really.
So some people getting a little upset. My latte wasn't perfect in terms of the temperature this morning. That's why I got a little bit upset. This was a different matter here.
Yeah, I was wondering why you were a little upset this morning. You had that little fire in your belly. I don't know.
It's a little latte.
I thought maybe your Red Sox went 0-9 on a road trip or something.
Just started, Dick. Give them a little time to pull things together. Just played one game yesterday.
Tell you one thing, they didn't need the practice time. Coach Terry's got them really ready to play. I mean, they're up a dozen here early in the game.
Baylor, by the way, with a 6-minute scoring drought.
It's because, like I said earlier, Dave, the defense has been superb by Texas.
Now some jawing back and forth here.
Come on, guys, play basketball. We don't need all that jawing. Just play. Play some hoops. Amy Bonner put a little stop to it.
Hey, tonight on ESPN and the app, number 6 Virginia takes on North Carolina. That's at 6 o'clock. That's followed by Duke taking on Virginia Tech at Cameron Indoor. And finally, number 15, St. Mary's, and number 12, Gonzaga for the WCC regular season title. Should be a dandy.
Tell you one thing, this game right now, Carolina, Virginia coming up today, could mean whether or not a berth goes North Carolina. That's how tough it is. And it's been a long time. Oh, somebody's hurt.
That's George.
Layup.
Yeah, Keontae George. Could not finish it on the other end. There is a foul.
George is really hurt, the super freshman. He's going to the locker room.
Well, he was under the weather coming in, but he suited up and played. But now this.
Something with his ankle. Oh, yeah, see it? You see it? He turned it. Look at him. Look at him. He's really in pain. He's the ball, and they get a layup out of the deal. No, he blocks that baby. Great defensive play.
But they got a foul there. John Machachua with a personal foul.
Well, it took away the automatic layup.
And Rice connects on number 1. He hits 86%.
Tell you one thing about Rice. Came from New Mexico State. He is unbelievable there through his career. He's been fantastic here. I think he's, by far, he would be my VBDI, my Vital Ball Dome Index, the best 6-man in basketball. See, turns it right there, yeah. He's got one leg hopping off. That's a big loss.
Love, yes, rattles in a three-pointer. They desperately needed that one.
They got to make the three. Three ball, that's the only thing that could save them right now. Texas playing so well defensively. They got to get Flagler, and they got to get Cryer to go with that 3 ball. Good execution by Texas, too.
Jumper off target by Allen. A scrap for the rebound. That's going to go out and go the other way. It will be Baylor ball.
You know, in my conversation with Coach, when I talked to Coach Drew, I'll tell you this. Bottom line, he said, you know, we played a great first half against Kansas. Played a great first half against Kansas State. Second half, we were no show. We didn't play well at all. Got to credit the other teams, obviously. But here, they haven't had a good start.
John Machachua, 6'8" senior from Cameroon, backing down, spinning, the hook, and a foul. With 7 on the shot clock as Bishop hit him.
What happened to Smith and Jones? We got Champa, Chachua.
The game is better. 10:42 to go.
They go all over the world to follow. If you can play, they will find you. They love this guy here on campus.
Yeah.
He's very lovable.
Everyday John.
Yeah, Everyday John. I was going to say, you beat me to the punch. You're always so quick. I was going to say they call him Everyday John because he practices and plays so hard. My guy Obi's on fire.
Everyday John playing in front of big-time Dickey.
Yeah, big-time Dickey. I'm a legend of my own mind. That don't sound too good, by the way.
No. You're a true legend. And an update here on Keontae George, Chris.
So he's still back in the locker room right now, but I've been told that he is going to be available to come back out here. He's getting the ankle rolled up, taped up. He'll be out here shortly.
He's had a tough day between not feeling well and the ankle, but wants to make it back. Here's Rice. Sir'Jabari Rice has been really hot shooting it.
Yeah, he's been superb.
Shot clock inside 10 for Carr. Hounded by Flagler, and that's going to be a violation.
Flagler with a terrific job. Amy on the call. It's the first time I've ever done a game in my 44 years of the ESPN with a lady blowing a whistle. We got to get more of them. They got them in the NBA. She's how I'm watching the way she operates on this court.
Amy Bonner.
She's a command.
Yeah, along with Kip Kissinger and Gary Maxwell. Texas, by the way, without a field goal in over 4 minutes, so they have chilled out. Baylor did for about 4 minutes.
Well, Baylor starts sucking it up defensively. It looked like they were going to get ready to blow it out.
Pryor's been pretty quiet. Came in at 15 a game. He's a tremendous three-point threat. He's going to bank it in on the move. Sweet.
Tell you what, they're creeping back big time. 16-4. A little spurt. Well, good ball movement. Good ball movement.
Rice will swish it in.
Tell you what, this guy can start for 99% of the schools in America. But you know what? He likes coming off the bench. He gives them instant offense. New Mexico State, he was a big scorer. By the way, they folded their program because of some major situations. Fired the coach, no basketball. They got to go out and get a guy.
3 seconds.
They got to go out and get a guy just like Scott Drew when he came here. They had all kinds of problems. Hire a young coach, great spirit, enthusiasm, and he turned this into a positive situation. That's what could have happened up there in New Mexico State.
One of the great rebuilds you're ever going to see.
Frank Lloyd Wright at his best. Great architect.
Yeah, into a national champion. 9:22 to go underneath Dessou. Oh, got a great angle.
That one, he has shown ability inside, outside, scoring a variety of ways. I mean, they got players, we look at Texas, 6-year players, they got seniors, they got guys playing their 5th-year graduates. They're a very mature, I mean, you're from the guys 22, 23, 24 years of age.
Flagler got sealed. Cryer again. Love is open. And banks it in.
He banked it in. Where's Timmy B? Timmy B. The banks must be open in Waco. Oh, banks are open in Waco on a Saturday.
Hunter airborne, no. Rebound tap controlled by the Bears. Here they come. That was the Big Ten's highest scoring game this season, and what a great lead in here for number 8 Texas and number 9 Baylor inside the Big 12, the ridiculous Big 12 with his no bottom.
Tell you one thing about the Big 12, I've said it, talked to the coaches before the game, and I firmly believe it. I believe it. I went to my Vital Bull Dome Index, and it tells me the Big 12 Conference is the best in the land in the last 20 years.
20
years. When you talk about top to bottom, there's no cupcakes. They may have 9 teams qualified for the NCAA March Madness.
Hey, just a moment ago, as you said, the bank is open. Baylor's starting to make some shots.
Yeah, Timmy B must be in the house. The bank is open, baby, right off the glass. They need some of those shots to go down.
Langston Love, the redshirt freshman, one down. So Baylor inching a little bit closer. Here in the first half, both teams have had long scoring droughts, but Texas has had the better of the scoring, obviously. Hit a bunch of shots early. Dylan Dessou, the 6'9 senior, he's had a terrific first half. Flagler on the drive. A little fall away for 2. They are making shots now.
He's a terrific player. He can shoot the 3, the medium range shot. He drives, he handles, he distributes. Oh, they're alive here, baby. They're alive. The Bear Pit. Had a lot of fun with the Bear Pit earlier.
Baylor's hit 4 of their last 4. That's going to be a whistle and a foul. That'll go against Shamachandra. Dessou's been a man.
There's Dessou, played at Vanderbilt, showing he can score on the drive, he can score on the three. Yes, sir, played at Vandy, transferred. Tell you one thing, he's been big here in the first half. He's been big. He's playing like a PTP.
This is the Big 12 Conference on ESPN. Dickie V, Dave O'Brien, and Chris Button.
Well, right now, Baylor missing a key piece of its backcourt. Freshman Keontae George injured his ankle a couple minutes ago, rolled over and went right into the locker room. I was told a few minutes ago they were going to try and tape it up and see if he could get it to go, but I've just been told by Baylor that he is doubtful to return for the remainder of this game.
He already had one strike against him because he woke up not feeling well today.
Yep.
6'4" freshman. That's 17 points, 5 rebounds a game. That's a huge loss.
Well, it's a big loss because he also creates a lot of space for other players because you have to identify him and really shut him down so it opens it up for others. So that's a major loss.
So Texas with the ball, opened it up on an 18-4 run. They were really, he has 10, and that's going to be a 3-second violation.
Dave, he has 10 already, only averages 7 a year. Came from Vanderbilt, right? Talked about earlier in the game. We were on news. The bottom line is, what a job Jerry Stackhouse is doing with Vanderbilt, making him respectable. He's done a terrific job, the former North Carolina superstar.
Allen hits the deck. Kansas and Texas tied for first in the conference at 11-4. Jayhawks hosting West Virginia after this game today.
We have Kansas and Texas next week in Austin. I can't wait for that, baby. That could be for the Big 12 title.
Thamba going strong and will lay it in. Undaunted.
Nice little drive right there. Veteran player. Played on the national championship team. Saw the driving lane and he attacked it aggressively.
Knows how to travel. Born in the Congo, lived in England and France before coming to the U.S.
Every game in this conference is so intense. You gotta come to play, baby, and lace them up every day. No cupcakes in the Big 12.
So a 7-0 run for the Bears to climb back in it. Love on the spin. Here's Love looking for the window, not this time.
They're really out of control, totally out of control in that possession.
Timmy Allen off to Marcus Carr, averaging 17.
He's been quiet in this game.
He has.
They really played him tough. He's been real quiet.
Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the half. Allen feeds off for Dessou. He's been the man, but not here.
So they're really making him like the #1 option.
He's really excelled more at shot blocking than scoring so far. Flagler. Oh, that was pretty.
He's a big-time player. He's a big-time player. He scores on all 3 levels. He's a veteran. They love him here in the Bear Pit. Students going bananas. They're going wild. Here we got Baylor, Texas.
That's tipped by Baylor on another good defensive play to spoil things for Texas.
Take a look at step back. Jay, there he is right there. Steps back, finds a 3-point line. Nothing but nylon. And just like you, smooth as can be on the microphone. Yes, sir. Smooth as can be. My guy, Old
I think any chance you get to say that, you love to say, tickling the twine, smooth, smooth, smooth.
Yeah, NBA, nothing but nylon.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Rice feeding off for Bishop and nearly lost the handle on it. Rice on that baseline, that spins out.
He's been really a tremendous player for them coming off the bench. I firmly believe he's the best 6-man in basketball.
Off
Tough
the
pass.
hands of Flo Thamba and out.
He had the right attitude, but really a tough pass to handle.
Well, we talked about, just how ridiculous the Big 12 is. We go to the top of the standings, and both of the first-place teams in action today.
Tell you, only Oklahoma really probably is not certainly in consideration. Look at their standings. Look at teams 5-11, 5-10, 7-8. They can hold to play those teams. They can play. They beat each other up, so now it's going to end up costing some bids because they constantly beat each other up.
Kickball here with 4:53 to go. I mean, you could see 9 teams out of this league going to the NCAA
Yeah, you
tournament.
can't, but I don't think it's going to happen.
You
I
don't
really
think it
don't.
will?
No, because they beat each other up. Too many losses to eliminate them.
Jayhawks hosting West for this game. Kansas then has Texas Tech at Lawrence on Tuesday. That's before traveling to Austin to take on Texas in the last game of the regular season. Talk about a big game.
Yep. Could be for the Big 12 title.
With a long one, no, and over the top, a foul here. This is going to go against Texas, and will go against Brock Cunningham. And our final big Monday doubleheader before Champ Week. North Carolina right now on the wrong side of Joe Lunardi's bubble. They take on FSU at 7 Eastern. Then number 9 Baylor squaring off against Oklahoma State Stillwater. Both games right here on ESPN and the app.
Tell you one thing, they got an opportunity in North Carolina today, and they have to take advantage of it. They're playing Virginia. Virginia coming off a loss where they were beaten by 15 by Boston College. Carolina preseason #1. We haven't had a preseason #1. Missed the tournament since 1975.
Thamba high up and a whistle, a foul again against Texas. I'll tell you this, Flo Thamba is working harder than anybody in that lane.
Well, he's always done that throughout his career, Dave. He's always been a very physical presence. He was certainly that when they won the national title.
Rice with the foul.
To follow up on thought about preseason #1 not making the tournament. NC State, they won the title with David Thompson in '74, and the following year they were really good. But that era, there was only one team in the conference that goes to the tournament. So they played in an era had a great year, but got beat by Maryland during the ACC tournament, so they didn't make the tournament. But this is a different situation. Carolina has not had a great year. They've had a very subpar year for what people anticipated and predicted.
Thamba at the line. Spins that one in. And this is a tie game at 23.
Couldn't believe it when it was 18-4. It was 18-4 Texas. Tell you what, they feed off the crowd here. The adrenaline, enthusiasm, that makes a major difference.
Bishop with the catch. He's under the iron. It's going to be blocked by Bridges. He's had a couple of great blocks in this first half.
He's had 2 great blocks. He had one even better than that block, and that was a terrific block, rotating over defensively. He's had 2 phenomenal blocks.
That's an offensive foul. And words being exchanged again. So getting a little bit chippy even before the game began as far as who would take the court. Just to get in some shots before the game, it got chippy. More on that in just a moment. But that's how it feels here at Baylor at the moment, tied at 23. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball brought to you by Wendy's. Let's go to Chris.
Some chippiness here, and also started before the game. Want to take you back to 11 o'clock Central Time, 2 hours before tip here. This is the Baylor women's team getting in some shots. They play also later on today on this court at 5 p.m. Up on the top left-hand corner of your screen, you can see Rodney Terry. The Texas team has come in expecting to have the court. And then a brief altercation between the women's team of Baylor and the Texas men's team. Top to operations for Texas. They were told they could have the court as early as 2.5 hours before the game. They were expecting to come in and the court to be cleared. The women expected to be able to have extra time to shoot because they'll have a quick turnaround tonight. Both sides admitting that there was just a lack of communication between the two.
Happens every once in a while. Carr, too strong. That one's off the back iron. Thamba once again beating everyone to the loose ball. Love will attack. It's blocked out of the sky. Looked like Hunter was one of those guys, got a hand on it. He's open in the corner.
Did a great job defensively in transition, getting back to block that shot.
Hunter thought about a triple. Here's Allen, who's just 2 for 17 from 3. And that's going to be a double dribble.
He's been quiet. The first time when they beat Baylor, played really well. He's a good, excellent mid-range player. Take a look at the block right here. Oh, that's Tyrese Hunter. What a great job rotating over. And he doesn't foul. You would think in that situation, make body contact. Just had great agility. There he is right there, Hunter. He was diaper dandy player of the year in the Big 12 last year.
He's had some great games. 29-point game against K-State. Had 26 early in the season against Gonzaga.
It's pretty good competition. Tonight, Gonzaga St. Mary.
Yes,
Hard
Bridges
guys
in the paint. And count it. He'll be at the line as he goes up high.
Tell you one thing, tremendous body control. Shows his athleticism. Shows his unbelievable. He sees that happening. Look at that opening right there, right between Dessou. He takes a little step to the side, avoids the charge.
Transfer from it in for a three-point play.
He's made several good plays. He went one stretch. He had 9 games in a row with double figures. The last 4 or 5, it's been a struggle. Scott told me we got to get him scoring again, and he's done that thus far.
Hunter wants to shoot it. Too strong there. Baylor surging into the lead here, and Dick doing it without their top scorer. Here's Thamba going strong and fouled on the play. He'll be at the line.
I thought he might have walked there. I really did. I thought he might have walked prior. But you know what? They let that go in the NBA. Why not let it go here, they said.
Morris with the foul. 6 Texas players, either grad students, super seniors, or seniors.
Tell you one thing, you know about a veteran team. Chris Beard put that all together. Chris Beard, as you all know, was released as the coach. Charged with some domestic violence. Just recently was cleared. Now it'll be interesting to see if he gets an opportunity to coach again.
Thamba, the 6'10 senior, and our NBA Saturday primetime on ABC and ESPN on the app, featuring Jason Tatum and the Celtics taking on the Sixers, just 3 games back, by the way, in the Eastern Conference.
I'll tell you one thing, you talk about the Celtics, best duo, young duo in basketball, Brown and Tatum.
Bridges following his own miss, comes free to the Longhorns.
These are 2 really good basketball teams. Number 8 in the country, Texas. Number 9 in the nation, Baylor. Baylor's lost 2 straight after winning 10 out of 11, and the only loss they had in that 11-game spurt was to Texas.
Back to Dessou, and he can't hit it. They've gone 7 minutes without hitting one, Dick.
They're really struggling. He got there, so he can't say great defense. He was wide open.
16-0 run for Baylor. And again, most of this without Keontae George. Their outstanding freshman, 17 points, 5 rebounds a game.
I think he's one of the 3 best diaper dandies in the nation. Miller's the best out at Alabama.
Love off the fake, wanted Thamba, he mishandled the pass, it's loose, and out it rolls, and it'll be Texas ball.
I have Filipowski as number 2, and then you got George.
27-23, the Bears.
Tell you what a job this guy's done. 20 years, and I'll tell you, Rod, look at Terry. I think they're going to remove that interim tag. The guy's earned the right to be this coach. Plus, he's not a guy that's just had no coaching experience. He has had coaching experience. He's been a coach at the head coaching level, and he's done a solid job and loves being at Texas, loves Austin. They got to remove that. He deserves it.
Going to watch them both work here. Inside the last 90 seconds, Rice had an excellent look, but couldn't bury it. Terry taking over as the acting head coach on December 12 when Chris Beard got fired. Oh, the stuff, and guess who? Jalen Bridges, who's been spending most of this first half up in the rafters.
Tell you one thing, Bridges has had one strong first half, both offensively efficient and defensively with 2 great blocks. Made 2 great early drives in this game.
Dessou, the hot hand.
He's wide open. I don't understand how he's getting so open. Why is he so open? He's been a factor big time here in that first half. Look at Scott Drew. He's been a factor on that sideline. Talk about animation. Talk about energy. Talk about enthusiasm. It becomes contagious.
There's Flagler. A little too strong. And one and done there. Bridges, by the way, 9 points, 5 rebounds, credited with 4 block shots in the first half for the Bears. He's been a huge story.
2 of them are sensational block shots.
It gets to Dessou. The leaner is up and in. He's been a machine.
Hey, somebody better tell Dessou can score. Do they understand that? Do they have a scouting report? Does the scouting report say, we got to be aware of this guy? Because I'm telling you one thing, he's been outstanding.
Yeah, he's doubled his season average in scoring already with 14. So 29-27, huge game in the conference. They all seem to be big in the Big 12. Night in, night out, every day. Flagler, they got away with a little push there. Allen with the rebound, and that is the first half. What a comeback by Baylor.
Yeah, really terrific comeback. Went down 18-4. Did they leave up 2? I really a lot of credit to the 6-man, this crowd. This crowd was a bit active. Take a look right here. Watch this acrobatic basket. Oh, yes, the offensive rebound. Unbelievable. Nobody blocks out. A lost art in college basketball.
And look at Coach Drew there at the end with Chris Button.
We're about to be on
Didn't work out too well for us our last one. We were up 13 to Kansas, so we changing that now.
So what do you need in the second half?
Second half,
What do
yes.
you need defensively in the second half?
Defensively, we've been tremendous. Offensively, we turned it over way too much early on. Settled down, started doing a better job attacking in transition, getting higher percentage shots. And then we had some good looks and just missed some bunnies to finish the half.
Have you been able to do it without Keontae George?
Well, it's a team game. Next man up. People got to step up. When we were at their place, we didn't have Langston Love. Today, we don't have Keontae.
Appreciate it. Thanks, Coach.
Well, that man so far has been a 6'7" junior, Jalen Bridges. He has been spectacular. So we are at halftime with Baylor surging into the lead, 29-27, as we go to Kev and Steve back in the studio. The Big 12 Conference here on ESPN, getting ready for the second half. Baylor with a terrific run to end the first half. They're on top of Texas, 29-27. Dylan Dessou was the story.
He was the big-time story. Watch him right here, scoring a variety of ways. With a mid-range jump shot. Then he's going to show you the three-point shot. So he's in mid-range, he shows you range, and then he shows you around the goal. He really had a terrific. He had an unbelievable first half. Almost as good as you. Almost as good. Not quite there, but he's getting close. He's a PT Beer today. You're always a PT Beer.
Dickie, this second half for Texas is tied atop the league with Kansas. We'll see Kansas in about 45 minutes.
Watch that one thing. They're tied with Texas, and they played Texas last game of the year, and we're going to be there next week up in Austin. So it is a big game, but it's also a big game for Baylor. They're trying to break that two-game little loss doses that they had last week to Kansas State on the road. And they really, up until that point, they had won 10 out of 11, and the only loss was a loss to Texas.
Well, Baylor really did not feel the loss, surprisingly, of Keontae George, their top scorer. It was 18-4 when he came out of the game. Texas had the lead, and then Baylor outscored Texas 25-9 the rest of the way. Hunter drops it in and gets hit on the play.
Tell you one thing, Hunter deserves credit on that, baby. He sealed off the defense. He created the foul contact, and he converts the layup.
Bridges with a foul.
Play. Take a look right here. See, watch out. He protects the ball, seals it off. A little acrobatic, a little, maybe a little Hail Mary.
So it'll be Hunter to the line, where he hits 78%. He can be explosive. He has been struggling from three-point land this season, but had a solid first half, and that'll go the other way. Let's go to Chris.
Rodney Terry coming out of halftime told me they got to commit to guarding better. He said it was great early in the first couple minutes of this game, and then we backed off. Our offense is so reliant on how well our defense plays. We need to have better ball movement as well. Also checked in with Baylor. Keontae George's status has not changed. Still doubtful to return to this game.
Now Baylor's top scorer, preseason Big 12 freshman of the year, and he's played like it, but doesn't sound like we'll see him.
Well, he's got a record out there. He's got 12 games of 20 points or more. Oh, nice two-man game.
Cut. Yeah, Thamba and a whistle. And that's an offensive. That'll be on Flo Thamba.
Tell you one thing, he did a great job. He didn't complete the play, but it was a good, nice two-man play, but just didn't go under control. There's a defense not rotating over. Our defense is there. I think it's there. I think the defense was there, Steve. Might have been a screen. That was a violation. There was a moving screen.
Hunter with a triple. He was open. Second opportunity in the paint as he's denied. Bounces here for Carr, who makes 39% out there. He's free. Can't sink it.
Got the second opportunity.
Pull up pop Cryer. He's 43% beyond the three-point line. The follow-up and good by Love. And a couple of guys are down. Three guys are down.
Tell you one thing, Dave, we don't see guys blocking out. I mean, what is going on? Coaches, I know they got to teach that. I mean, it opened a lane for a layup coming from the weak side.
Dessou slow to rise, need a little help. Let's go to Chris.
Baylor has one of the best backcourts in all of the country, particularly offensively. When you look at L.J. Cryer, Adam Flagler, and Keontae George, who is out of this game, and you compare that to 2 years ago when Baylor went on to win the national championship. They also had one of the best backcourts in the country. So when you compare the three-headed monsters from 2021 to 2003 currently, the numbers speak for themselves. They're almost just as good. You know what the difference is on that national championship team? Davion Mitchell was also the Defensive National Player of the Year.
Yeah, I would certainly give the edge to the national championship team. Those three were consistent, both efficient offensively and defensively.
And Cryer had a game early this season. He made 8 threes against West Virginia. Rolling inside, Allen, a well-run play.
Nice little play inside. He's an excellent, we talked about it earlier, he's an excellent mid-range player. Shows the ability to move without the ball.
Had 18 points the last time against the Baylor Bears.
That's really another lost art, moving without the basketball. Everybody wants to pound it to the deck.
Cryer kicks it out. And let that one roll out. So at 18 minutes to go in the contest, 15 turnovers for Baylor. We're tied at 31.
They're very fortunate being in a situation with that many turnovers and still tied in this game. I thought the crowd gave them a great lift. The bear pit, the adrenaline, the emotion, just gave them a great lift when they were down 18-4.
Yeah, they were terrific. Will need to be again here in the second half. Hunter for Carr. Carr's shot on the way. No.
Tell you one thing, they do an excellent job, both clubs. Defensively communicate well, well-coached basketball teams.
Cryer open. Oh, it spins in. Looked like it was about to bounce out.
He got that shooter's roll, baby. He's an outstanding shooter.
43% beyond the three-point line.
That's why it went down.
Rice with a kick. Here's Carr again. He's just been off. And a whistle underneath.
You know, we haven't seen Carr ever be Carr. Had him against Tennessee. It was a struggle as well. He's too good a player.
Bridges with the foul.
Take a look right here. See, shooters get this. Guys with touch, they get that. The guy that's the Brick City guy, that would roll out. If I shot that, that baby is rolling out.
So for you and me, no chance. Some magic, though, for those true shooters.
Yep.
This is a nice spin. Boy's had a big, big day.
He's really been so good inside, outside. He's been active. He's really been active.
16 for him.
He wanted the ball. They always talk about his defense efficiency here today.
But as you said, even given the fact he's not a big scorer, it's a little surprising he's been that open all day.
Yeah.
Baylor by one and the ball. Here's Flagler lining up a long one. Got it. Nothing but net.
He can shoot it as well. I told you when they were down 18-4, if you go back to the tape, roll the tape, then I say for them to get back, Cryer and Flagler got to make threes.
You did.
So for once, I was right.
Flagler from 17.
Yeah.
Count that.
I'll tell you, Flagler, man.
Count the basket. Dessou with a foul off the ball with 16:31 to go. And Baylor with another man down. They really can't afford it with George out.
This Flagler, great arc on his shot. Wow.
Thamba the man down on his back. 6'10" senior from the Congo.
He's a veteran player. He's a guy that absolutely played on a national championship team.
Take a look here in the middle of your screen.
Oh, you see, he tried to lay a block out. He got a little bit more aggressive than he wanted, but he went to give a block out, something we don't see.
They're going to the monitor to check on a possible flagrant. And the crew of Gary Maxwell, Kip Kissinger, and Amy Bonner to take an extra look here. Baylor grabbing a 39-33 lead. Now take a look to the left of your screen on this. What do you think?
Wow, I tell you, that's a little bit more aggressive than a typical block out, I can tell you that. Wow.
So flagrant one, remember, involving excessive or severe contact during a live ball that is unnecessary or avoidable.
See what they call here now.
And Kip is coming over to let us know.
After the main bucket, we have an upgraded foul on Dessou to a flagrant one versus foul.
Flagrant one.
2 shots in their ball.
2 shots in there. Okay, thanks.
It's the right call.
Yep.
It's the right call. It was definitely flagrant. He was a little too aggressive in making his block out.
Take one more look.
Look at the left of the screen. You'll see this right here. Here he goes. The dude's going to go to try to lay a block out. I mean, that was a football block out. That was a football, baby.
In that regard, very impressive,
Yeah.
I think. But usually see that with pads.
I think Texas should go after him right now, man.
So 39-33. Hey, give you a look at the Dickie V's Super 16 basketball badge.
You better tell you one thing, it's going to be a lot of fun. What we're offering right here to raise money for kids battling cancer. You go to v.org, Super 16. You're eligible then with a $100 donation, which goes to the V Foundation for kids battling cancer. Come to my house. Sit with me. We watch together. We watch some Sweet 16 action. March 24th. You get a weekend in beautiful Florida. Hotel we pay flights for two. Hotel for two.
Wow.
$200 expense money. Come to my house. And the bottom line is they also get a Dickie V package. Autograph basketball. Autograph hats, books. We're going to make it so special. It's going to be a unique experience. So if you want to be part of that, you got to v.org/Super16. v.org/Super16.
Will Lorraine be there?
She'll be there. She'll make dinner. We're going to have dinner with you still.
I'm in.
Yeah, dinner as well.
Foul on the play. That was with 5 on the shot clock. And that's going to go against Baylor.
Hey, since we talked about the defense, I got to say this. I want to wish Mark Pentecost great recovery. He had hip surgery. Mark and his wife Cindy have been unbelievable with donations to the V Foundation for kids battling cancer. I wish you the best, Mark. We need more people like you who never ever forgot where they came from. You choose your success. I know you have a great love to help kids, and we love you in return.
John Machachua with the foul a moment ago. Rice with a fake. Jumper coming. Guess who? That's Dessou.
I'm telling you something. He's averaging 7 points a game.
Wow.
I can't believe it. Is that right?
Game is 19.
Wow.
He is on fire. Bridges inside and a foul to boot.
Tell you one thing, what about Bridges, man? He has been sensational here as well. I mean, what a drive with the left hand. He had 4 blocks in the first half. What a strong game he has had. Came from West Virginia.
Now coming up, a lone conference standing. More when we return to Baylor.
Waco bears up by 7. Little history lesson for you as we celebrate Black history always. In the 26-year history of the Big 12, there's only been one black coach to win Coach of the Year in the conference. That was Tubby Smith back in 2016 when he was at Texas Tech. By the way, his resume reads like a very long LinkedIn page when you look at all the places he's been to. High Point, Memphis, Tech, Minnesota, Kentucky, where he also won the Naismith Coach of the Year, Georgia, Tulsa, South Carolina, VCU, a very long resume for one of the best coaches in college basketball history.
No question about that, Dick.
Yeah, he was terrific. There's no doubt about it. He's a great human being as well. Just a great, great person.
Bridges at the line. He was fouled by Dessou, and we'll keep an eye on that because Dessou has 19 points for Texas. That was his 3rd foul.
Yeah, just one of 4 to win a national championship, African Americans. There'll be many more in the future. Should be.
Carr up against Flagler. That's entertaining, those two. Poked away, but right back to Carr. Shot clock to 9.
Carr's been quiet.
Catch underneath Allen. Allen for 2.
Tell you, Allen's certainly scored. Tell you, he's been quiet. He's been great recently is Smith. He's been unbelievable.
Keeping an eye on some double-doubles, possibly Bridges with 11 and 7. Thamba with 7 and 9.
Wow.
That's a triple. John Machachua to make it 47-38.
Tell you one thing.
Here's Rice off the fake. Got it up there for 2.
Tell you, Jabari's been absolutely outstanding for them all year. He really, especially lately, he's the best 6 man in basketball. Jabari Rice is special. Don't he say Smith there like that? Rice, obviously.
5th-year man. Yep. Previous stop in New Mexico State. Flagler nearly lost it. Approaching 14 minutes to go here at Baylor. Bonner shot, yeah, on target.
Tell you one thing, they should shoot the three. And as long as you got three-point shooters and got a guy with enthusiasm, they become contagious off his energy. The leader.
Carr silences them for the moment. They needed that.
Just 6th year. 6th year. He's a mature guy. He's been around, played a lot of basketball.
He's played almost 150 college games. You're right. Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Texas.
He was a great get by Chris Beard.
Bank shot, no. And the save by Rice. Right back to the wrong team.
You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that. You don't do that even if you're playing school basketball. Throw the ball back under the opponent's basket. That's a no-no. That's a big lift. That gives a big mental lift.
Right into Bonner's hand.
Another turnover.
Here's Cryer in transition. And fouled. Oh, the crowd has really come to life. They have come to party here today. Rice with a foul.
The bear pit. Right here. Now, you don't throw the ball under the basket. I mean, simple layup. Thank you for the assist. You got to be aware of where you are on the floor. It's up in the air. That's a no-no for kids out there. It's got nothing to do. Better off with a walk. Come down, walk.
Bonner, by the way, with his first points since January 30th against Texas, but that was gift wrapped at 42. And Flagler can't hit number one.
I'm going to tell you something. When you look at these two teams beating up each other, every game is a battle in the conference. When you get in the NCAA tournament, I really think it's going to be a big relief playing against other clubs, not familiar with them, their tendencies, their defenses, their offenses. I mean, I've never seen anything like what we've witnessed this year in the Big 12.
Made the second one.
Yeah, Fran Fraschella's talked about that often in the Big 12 games. Take a look at the standings right here. I mean, this conference may have a team that's going to lose five games and be a champ of this conference. We have Texas next week against Kansas. How big is that going to be?
Poked away by Bonner. Getting some big minutes here on the drive. Lays it in.
That's it. Bonner steps right in. He was a D2 player. Played at Fairmount. Transferred over. They love it. I was in the bear pit today, buddy.
You sure were.
I had him. What about the hat I was wearing?
Loved it.
Yeah. Oh.
But they've had some great players. How about Vinnie Johnson, the microwave?
The microwave was terrific. Played with a great team, and he played with Isaiah, Dumars, played with Rodman, Beer, Champs. Vinny he heated it up, man. That's why they called him a microwave. He was one of the greats ever to play here.
ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Wendy's. 2 for $6, the best deal in fast food.
Hey, look at that, son. He dressed all day long. Wow.
He was up there with Dickie V in the bear pit earlier. Man, you were right about the three-pointer and the difference it has made for Baylor. When they were down 18-4, they were in trouble early.
And I said at the time, it's one time in 44 years I was right. I said at the time, the three-point shot can get him back in. Guys can shoot it, Flagler and Cryer.
Up top, that won't drop for Cunningham. Tipped and tipped out, and it'll go the other way. Baylor, by the way, hitting 82% of their field goals in the second half, 80% of their threes, so you were on the money, Mr. Vitale.
Well, you know, you look at Texas trying to get back in this game. They got, first of all, defend a lot better. They look like now, they don't see the body language that we saw early in the game. I don't see that body language. I think they're a little bit really taken back by the performance by Baylor.
So Cryer to walk it up. The junior from Katy, Texas, who was born about 170 miles southeast of Waco. 12.5 to go.
I'm really impressed with their back. Look about it when you look at the backcourt they possess.
He'll fire it up, but Cryer's shot won't go this time. Bodies continue to hit the deck. That time it was Dessou and Thamba. Those are big bodies. Dessou on the feed. Hunter, short. Right back to the Bears, and here they come again.
They keep attacking, man. They keep attacking. Very aggressive.
Three-point shot, such a huge part of the attack for the Bears.
Tell you what, that really has revolutionized the game. You can change a game so quickly, that three-point shot.
Tipped out of Texas with 11:44 to play. We've got another timeout. It's Baylor in charge, 55-42 over Texas. Dickie V, you've talked about the depth of this conference, the Big 12, as the deepest you've seen in 20 years in college basketball.
Absolutely, it really is so deep. I mean, look at these teams out here. Dr. Joe, man, Dr. Joe Lenardi, he keeps busy. The guy doesn't sleep. I'll tell you what, he's doctor of bracketology. When he speaks, people listen. And right there's an example of what is taking place in the Big 12.
Texas going to TCU on Wednesday before hosting Kansas in the regular season finale next weekend on ESPN.
Hey, let me tell you this. See if my math is right. They were down 18-4, Baylor. Bottom line is they're up 13. That means they've outscored Texas by 27 in that spurt.
Yeah.
Is that sound?
You're on the money, and that continues.
29
as Nava
now.
drops in two. Yep, 57-42.
You talk about a performance. That's almost like their first half performance against Kansas.
Let's go to Chris.
Dickie V can do the math. Joe Lenardi's doing the math, counting quad 1 wins, quad 2 1 wins. What does that even mean? Well, we figured that we would break it down for you. Quad 1 means what? Home games versus a top 30 team in the net rankings, neutral site game versus top 50, and a road game versus a top 75. So when they use those metrics to decide in the selection committee who's going to be given what seed, it's based on quad 1, quad 2, quad 3, quad 4. And by the way, in the Big 12, they've got more quad 1 wins than any other conference in the country by a long shot. Obviously, that's a moving metric based on where teams rank at the time, but continues to show this is the toughest conference in the country.
No question about that, as Dessou misses on that one. The foul was on Thamba.
You know, very good point you made right there. Certainly, Chris, I'll tell you this. Certainly playing in a conference like they do, they're going to get the chance for quad 1 wins. I mean, right now, put in perspective, North Carolina doesn't have any. And you talk about Kansas has the most. They won 14, I believe, quad 1 games. And they'll probably get more because you're playing quad 1 teams. In a way, sometimes it really troubles me because the teams that have great records many times from more of the mid-major schools, they don't get that opportunity. And it comes back to bite them.
Dylan Dessou now with 20. But what a surge for the Bears today.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, that spurt. Oh, my God.
Bonner, yes! What a day for him.
Are you kidding? He shot that from Dallas. He was in Mark Cuban's office when he shot that. Oh, hey, Cuban, he was in your office, buddy. Incredible. Dallas, Texas, that baby came from. I was there recently. Here we go. Look at that range. Look at that range. He's a pretty good guy. Backup point guard. Comes off the bench.
He's shown up today, right? 10 points, averaging 3.7 coming into play.
You know, that brings another point. When Chris interviewed Scott, he didn't make excuses about not having the great Keontae George. What did he say to her? He said, people got to step up.
Next man up.
That's why next man up. They got to step up. And these guys have stepped up. And he's exactly what they need at New Mexico State. They got to find a young, aggressive guy and get that program to where it should be and get some respectability.
Dessou continues to do his thing. One basket after the other. There's nobody else helping right now.
Nobody else.
22 for him. Baylor leading at 60-45. You know, Kansas, big Baylor fans today. The swing here, once again, Bonner, and he throws it away.
Chip tried a little bounce pass. One thing you want to make sure with Baylor right now, you don't get a little too conservative. Hey, you know what? I don't see Chip Jones and Joanna here today. Where are they? Where are the Gaines people? Where are they not in the house?
I had heard they might be.
No, they're not. I don't see them in the house. I've been looking all over, man.
And you're a Hawkeye for the celebrities,
Oh,
man.
yeah. I got one eye and I try to find him in this crowd. It's kind of tough. My wife hasn't watched the game. My wife's looking for it right now. Last time she sat with Chip, they do a great job in this city.
You don't miss a trick. You do not miss a thing.
Pretty good with one eye.
Under 10, Rice off the fake. Rice to penetrate and off balance. Allen snatches the rebound. Couple of dribbles down and a whistle with 9:49 to go. And what a women's basketball doubleheader we have for you on Sunday. Olivia Miles, the number 10 Notre Dame, taking on Louisville at noon Eastern. And then the great Caitlin Clark and number 6 Iowa against Mackenzie Holmes and number 2 Indiana at Carver Hawkeye Arena. It's going to be a great game. Our coverage begins with a College Game Day crew at 11.
And you're doing it. You're doing a game. You're flying from here to here. You're doing double duty. But I'll tell you what, the Clark girl, she's incredible. Watch it, 35 against Indiana first time.
Yeah.
And beat them in Indiana. It's tremendous. They got a great team. Number 2 in the country. Still number 1 though. People chase. Miss Staley and her girls down there, man. She's from Philadelphia, played at Virginia, Hall of Famer. And what a job Dawn has done with that South Carolina program.
Unbelievable.
They got a great player too.
Boston's, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, she might be the player there, but Clark might be too. It's a great debate as we go into a great Sunday of women's college basketball on ESPN.
Well, Connecticut had the tough luck losing the young lady Paige.
Paige Beckers, yeah.
Yeah,
right.
Beckers, that was
Followed away by Flagler.
Tough break.
And a player down is going to go against Texas. They're going to get Dessous for his 4th.
Look, Coach, he can't believe it right there. Coach Terry, a little surprised. Amy Bonner right there. Well, it's a good call. You can't get away with the referee staring at it right there. Amy, this is the first time in my 44 years that I've seen a woman blowing the whistle in a college game that I've done. And she's doing an effective job, very efficient.
You mentioned Rodney Terry. He came in. There's a push as well, plus the basket as called by Amy Bonner, and that foul will go against Rice.
I don't want what I'm seeing a little bit going on here. Got a lot of minutes yet to play. It's getting a little too frisky out there. Oh, that's a total push. Total push. Scored a goal.
So Love looking for a three-point play. Makes 71% at the foul line. 6'5" freshman. And gets it. I was going to mention that Rodney Terry came in to say hello to you, and you did a little interview with him before the game. And he said, "Great to see you, Mr. Vitale."
What did I say to him?
And you said, "I don't want to be called Mr. Come on."
I'm Dick. Come on, man.
Call me Dickie.
Wow, Mr. Vitale. Reminds me when I was teaching 6th grade in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Kids calling me Mr. Vitale.
Hunter connects on a 3.
I need some of those threes badly. Hey, I met a guy today. He's going to be broken-hearted here at the game. That's Keith Fluellen. Guy's from over at Prestonwood Academy. He really came here to see Keontae. Keontae played there at their school. Certainly in his elementary days, the K-12 school.
Bridges bottled up, and that won't roll in for him.
Said the school has produced people like, when you think about Prestonwood Christian Academy, Julius Rand, great job with the Knicks game in that school. Keontae as well, George.
Allen may have gotten away with a walk there. Hunter, here's the shot clock now down to 11 for Texas.
Defense is tough, man. His defense is tough. They're not giving them any open looks.
Boy, Flagler all over him. They do whistle a foul. And that was just 6 on the clock. Flagler picks it up, crowd, and the coach hates it.
Yeah, he doesn't like it, but you know what? It showed aggressive team defense. Guys shutting off players. You feel a little bit more relaxed. He's up 15. Coach Fluellen was so excited about seeing Keontae, and Keontae was in, and he's going to watch his son. At 4 o'clock, his son is playing for Prestonwood in the state championship game, 6A division.
Stay tuned for Kansas and West Virginia. If this score holds up, a long way to go yet, over 8 minutes, but if it does hold up, Kansas would have a chance to be playing for a 1-game lead in the Big 12 with only a couple of games remaining in the conference.
I think Rock Chalk Jayhawk, I can hear them chanting and cheering, and they are cheering today for the Baylor Bears. There's no doubt about it.
Baylor ball, Cryer, under 8 to go.
Nothing like coming home to play. They lost 2 games in a row last week on the road.
Flagler open.
Oh, what a good offensive rebound. They've been killing Texas on the glass. What are the numbers? Numbers is like 2-1. I mean, they're dominating the glass on them.
Nothing falling there for the Baylor Bears, but boy, that rebounding advantage, 33-19 for the game.
Wow, it's almost 2-to-1 ratio.
On the deck, great hustle there by Cryer. Possession arrow will keep it on this end. So it'll be Texas ball with 7:21 remaining here at Baylor. And the Bears in command. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Phillips 66, proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. Kip, thank you. 63-48 here, and you were just talking about this. You know, the Big 12 bubble teams, resume comparison.
Unbelievable, yeah. Our studio does a great job. I'll tell you, those guys work real hard. Hey, a team to watch. Keep an eye. I'm going to give you a team. Really keep an eye on them because they got a star player back healthy. That's Arkansas. Nick Smith is a type of dad he can play with the best. And he's back playing, and they're going to be a dangerous team.
A lot of time left here now. Hunter drains a three, 63-51.
Well, they're going to have to make some threes. They're going to have to really convert, make each possession count.
Yeah,
Baylor's getting a little too conservative. It's too early right now to get so conservative. Have to stay within the rhythm of your game.
The kick here for Love. Airmailed that one. He thought it was tipped.
Yep. Well, they got some time off the clock in that possession.
Here's Cunningham. In and out.
He's a veteran player. His dad also played football, I believe, at Texas.
Yeah.
Told me that.
Dad Ed. He was an offensive lineman for Texas in the 80s. On the drive, Cryer. They'll work it to Love in the paint. The leaner, no, but there is a whistle.
He got fouled. Mr. Kissinger with the call. Mr. Kissinger with the call. See, Secretary of State?
No longer.
No longer.
No. But a really good referee.
Yeah.
Hey, tonight on ESPN and the app, it's number 6 Virginia taking on North Carolina beginning at 6 Eastern, followed by Duke and Virginia Tech at Cameron Indoor. Number 15 St. Mary's taking on number 12 Gonzaga for the WCC regular season title.
Tell you one thing, watch Duke. They're getting better and better and better. John Shire now has a healthy team. We saw them recently, and they were very impressive. We had them up at Syracuse,
yes,
and they really played well.
Oh, you thought at that time they were playing the best basketball they had all year.
Absolutely, because he's got a full cast now. He's got all his players back. They're all healthy. They're all contributing. John's going to be, I've said it then, and I'll say it again and again. He is ultimately going to become a star in coaching.
Oh, he's exceedingly smart.
And he's got a great program to sell, and he sells it well.
And a really good mentor to boot.
Not bad.
Put it mildly.
He wasn't too bad.
Allen. And a foul. That'll go the other way. And that one is going to go against Brock Cunningham of the Longhorns.
There's been a lot of contact here today, Obi. A lot of contact. You know,
let's go.
Really?
Rebecca Lobo's going to be there. Holly's going to be the Holly Rowe, of course. Who?
Oh, you don't need me. Holly's in the
What are you
Hall
talking
of
about?
Fame. They don't even, Holly's a
So are you.
superstar. Rebecca Lobo. Are you kidding me?
Come on. You'd love it. You'd have a great time going to Iowa City tomorrow. Tremendous basketball game on a Sunday.
I will watch it. 80-degree weather, watching beautiful Sarasota.
I see what you mean. Yeah.
That's what I tell those people. Come to my house, man, in March. Are you kidding me? March 24th.
Yes.
Sweet 16 action. If you go to v.org/Super 16, you enjoy a moment. My family, my wife's going to make dinner. We're going to have a blast together. You're going to have a weekend in beautiful Sarasota. We'll pay the hotel. We'll pay the flights. We'll pay the whole bit. All you got to do is enter the raffle.
It's only $100, right?
$100. $100. It goes to the Bee Foundation with Kids Battle Cancer and a chance to be with us. v.org/Super 16.
5:40 to play here at Baylor. And they lead it by 14.
They
I
really
thought about a triple there.
They look totally in command, really,
Bryce
even though they
rolls in.
scored. Nice little movement. I like Bryce. I really do. Jamari's a good, solid, offensive player. He has good intelligence, knows when to cut, when to pull up and shoot the jump shot. He's really solid. To me, He's the best guy providing relief off the bench.
Another grad. Again, 6 players for Texas who are grads, super seniors, or seniors. Talk about an experienced team. It's switched in by Bridges.
Tell you what a day Bridges has had. What a day. I got to believe Bob Huggins was really upset when he left. He played. He started every game when he was at West Virginia. As I said earlier, kids used to leave because they didn't get PT playing time. Now it's just one star after another goes places. You don't know what your lineup's going to be, who's coming back.
They turn it over. Bridges in transition. Here's Flagler with it. 4:40 on the clock. Baylor turned this thing around about midway through the first half.
Yeah, 3-point shot. I tell you, I like Flagler. I like Cryer. Chris talked about the backcourt. A lot of experience.
And a collision there. That'll be going on Hunter. A personal foul.
There's no doubt about it. Very physical. They contacted him.
4:28 to play. And it's been pretty emotional all day long. I mean, really.
Working out. Chris talked about it when they tried to take the floor. Hey, I know that guy. He's wacky. Look at me with those cheerleaders. Pretty good looking guy, though.
I know that guy. He's wacky.
Yeah.
You are something.
I had a great time speaking. I was in Fort Worth. Spoke at a big convention for all the car wash owners from down south. They were beautiful people. They were so warm and treated my wife and I like unbelievable royalty. Can't thank Chuck Space and all his people.
Well, you guys are basketball royalty.
I don't know about that, but nobody has more fun, I'll tell you. And after you do chemo in the hospitals and all that jazz, this becomes like, are you kidding me? This is so much fun, Dave. You know that.
Well, I know how genuinely enthusiastic you get. Getting on that plane. Carr will stick the 3.
He's been real quiet here this afternoon.
Yeah, averages 17, but 262 career threes made for Carr. Here's Bridges again. That'll float up off the iron. That's going to be an offensive foul on Jalen Bridges.
You know, I know there's 4 minutes left. I know Texas is a very good team, but I don't see that kind of a spark to offset a 14-point deficit. I really don't. I mean, their first thing is they got to get to single digits, but I don't see that happening.
Could use somebody like Mr. Durant, huh? With 4 minutes to go.
He'd carry it back.
Yeah,
he would carry a team. I love
Kevin.
Find
another one like that.
I love Kevin. He's going to do really super with Phoenix. Ishmael, the new owner, helps me with the V Foundation.
This year, you and I had the game against Indiana where KU just ran right over the Hoosiers. I know they later lost 3 consecutive games, but in person, I haven't seen anybody better than Kansas.
You know, I have to agree with you. I really love the Kansas team, especially when Harris is playing well at the point guard slot. He went through a little slump there for a while. And Bill Self just knows how to get the most out of a talented group of players.
Sure does.
And they're always going to have talent. Terrific place they play at, one of the great venues.
Follow-up, that'll go by Dessou. Continues to have a phenomenal game individually, but no one's followed along on the Texas side, really.
Yeah, he really did a great job. 22 already in the game. He 24 now with that score. He's been really outstanding. He came out right out of the gate, showed the medium range jumper, the 3-point shot, scored in the lane.
At one point, it was 18-4 Texas. It looked like maybe, just maybe, against the Bears on Baylor's home floor, but it has been all Baylor since then, for the most part. So 3.5 to go. We'll get you to Kansas and West Virginia as soon as this one is finished. Flagler right on the sideline. Shot clock's down to 7 here for Baylor. He's up against Carr. That's been an entertaining battle, those two. He wants to shoot it. Can't drain it. It did touch the rim, obviously, and it's tipped out. 3:11 to go.
Ted, you can sense the emotion. Every game is like tournament action.
Big 12 now on ESPN Plus. A must-have for Big 12 basketball fans. Next Saturday, the final day of the regular season. Number 14, K-State squaring off against West Virginia at 2. Number 24, TCU taking on Oklahoma at 3 o'clock Eastern. If you're a Big 12 fan, you got to have it. Sign up today at ESPNplus.com/Big12 now. A scoop shot, no, but a whistle here as Cryer went in strong.
They're right behind me. You look certainly, to me, the Big 12 is clearly the best, but right behind, you got to say the FCC. Kentucky's now come back real strong. John Calipari, all that noise in the middle of the year, and just changed that lineup. Livingston playing great for the Cats.
I don't think Cal really has a lot of problem with noise. Do you? I think he likes the noise.
Likes the noise? I don't think he like reading the paper every day, though, homie. He was saying so much heat about it every day.
Yeah, probably not that part of it. You're right.
You get tired of that after a while, and it's frustrating because the guy, they should be building statues for him for what he's done since taking that program over. He's been brilliant there. He's been brilliant. I mean, every year they're in the top 10, basically.
Scramble once again. It's Pryor. Bridges had it knocked away and stolen by Allen.
Got a score here. He bumped him. He bumped him. He bumped. Absolutely.
Right into the cheerleading section.
I thought it was almost flagrant there, to be honest with you. Real, there's no need for that, man. Watch this right here. No, that's a flagrant. He was leaning in with the hand, lost his body, and then contact was made. It was dangerous. He went down. It was dangerous.
So
I can't blame the kid for that.
Allen to the line, a 70% foul shooter, up around 2,000 career points. Guy is also an excellent passer, but they've needed somebody else to step up today.
I believe he transferred from Utah, did he not?
Yes.
Utah, yeah. I mean, every guy, all these transfers, man. Your team, your lineup changes. They'll have a totally different team next year. They got 4 or 5 other guys for the transfer portal.
Loose ball, Hunter.
Cut it to 10.
Allen with the stuff.
Cut it to 10.
Yeah, 72 soon.
Still a lot of points. You got to do with pressure defense. You got to do with forcing turnovers, get some conversions off a turnover. Look at the bench coaching, the veteran coaching staff.
Kev, thank you very much. 10-point game.
I think all the people down there in Austin, you think they're cheering for West Virginia? I bet they are. I bet they're. It's great being with you, buddy.
You too, pal.
Wait, is it our last time this year?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, wow. Hey,
weepy.
I love that good kiss. I love my man. My man, he's been great to work with. What am I going to do? That's the Italian in me. I get emotional. I can't help it. It's part of my personality.
He is.
Gee.
I appreciate that so much. I would kiss you back, but I'm not going to.
Don't. I love you, but I don't need a kiss.
10-point game here. The 21, by the way, is a season high in turnovers for Baylor.
Pretty good.
And another timeout. We've got a 30-second break. And maybe more kisses and hugs on the way. 2:22 left here in Waco, Texas. I'm going to clip and save it. You're the best. Texas jumping back into this thing, baby, and still time.
Well, still time left. I know we in TV always like to see nail-biters. I don't see it happening. I really don't. I think, first of all, they're good free throw shooters in the backcourt when you look at Baylor, and that's a big plus when you come down a wire in close games.
Yep. Yeah, L.J. Cryer, for example, 88%.
Yeah, that's not too bad, huh?
Flagler, 85%.
Yeah, so you got your two guards better than 80%. So you foul them, keep the ball in their hands, and you're in great shape.
They'll swing it in a corner jumper. That's too strong by Flagler. Texas on a 9-2 run. Here's Allen all the way through, but look out, baby.
Nice drive right there. Well, here we go. Let's see what they do with this possession. They got to get a stop right here, no doubt about it. Going to spread the court, force them a foul. They're using some clock now.
They're running it down much as they can.
You know, managing the clock, being efficient, really happens when you got good guard play.
Shot clock at 4. Off the window and up and in for Flagler.
That's a killer. That's a killer. In terms of basketball, it's a killer. Oh.
Off the hand of Dessou, and they turn it over.
It's over. It's over. Two great plays, offense and defense. Let the celebration begin. The beer pit is going to be absolute. I said beer pit. The beer pit is going to be going bananas.
Cryer with it.
Oh.
Underneath Thamba. Boy, the stuff.
That's exclamation point. Oh boy, it's over. It's done. Put it in the books. Another W for Mr. Scott Drew and the Baylor Bears against a good Texas team.
So Texas will keep close watch, and a corner jumper knocked down by Rice on what happens between Kansas and West Virginia. That game underway.
13-4 in the conference coming into this game. Texas is amazing. To me, the time is now for the AD and the board at Texas to really give Mr. Terry what he deserves. A head coaching job there, not interim. Time to remove the interim. This guy has put his heart, soul in a tough situation, replacing a coach that put this team together in Chris Beard. And I'll tell you this, he had some nice words to say to us today about Chris Beard as well.
Sure did.
Said he's been talking to him recently, and he hopes that he gets another opportunity. I think he will. I think, people make mistakes, but the lady involved is someone, she said, no, I initiated. No, he has no right to lay a hand on her. I don't care if she broke his glasses or whatever. He was wrong. So I hope he's gotten some, therapy, and I'm hoping that he can set it aside.
Well,
learn.
Let me ask you this about Coach Terry now. It almost feels as if he's been very impressive for the folks at Texas, but they want to see what he does in the tournament.
I know they're probably putting that kind of pressure on him, and I find that tough to understand because the guy has really kept the program alive and well since taking over.
Thamba, by the way, with his second career double-double.
Look at some of the wins he has.
The player of the game brought to you by Phillips 66. Dylan Dessou came out of nowhere, averaging 7 points, 4 rebounds a game. Look at those numbers today. What's going to be a losing cause for Texas.
I know, I'm old school. To me, when you pick player of the years and stars, player and all that jazz, to me, to the victor goes the spoils. To the victor goes the spoils. I really do. I think, really, I would have given player of the game, I would have given it right now to the sixth man. When they were down 18-4, this crowd gave them such a lift. It was unreal. But let me talk about Texas. Talk about some great wins. What about beating Gonzaga by 19? What about beating Baylor when they beat them earlier this year? What about beating Kansas State, Creighton, Oklahoma twice, TCU? Iowa State. He's done a terrific job. I endorse him. Rodney, you deserve that job.
Carr's triple. Yep, got that. And a timeout, Texas.
They'll be fired up in Austin, man. We go down there, they'll be fired up for hoops. I know they love their pigskin, Coach Sarkisian. Oh, he's got Manning, right? He's got Manning. He's got the other great quarterback coming back. That's going to be interesting to see that battle going on.
Yeah, not too shabby at that position. 77-70 Baylor, and we're talking about Rodney Terry, named the acting head coach on December 12. He was an assistant under Rick Barnes at Tennessee for 9 years. He calls Rick his mentor. You're getting a timeout here. So still 31 seconds to play, and hope's fading here for the Longhorns in a big way.
Oh, there it is. Come to that basketball bash with me. Come to my house, dinner, get flights to Sarasota. We pay them. You get the hotel. We pay that. We give you a couple $100 expense money. You enjoy sunshine, and you enjoy a game at my house, the Sweet 16 action. You come on over. We call it Super 16. And maybe she can come. She's adorable. Oh, she's adorable. Well, you know why? If that's the mother, I can see why she's adorable. Look at that dimple on the mother. She's adorable. Oh, look at cheering.
That little one can do whatever she wants, go wherever she wants, but this is only $100 gets you in.
Come to, all you gotta do, guys, ladies, listen, go to v.org/Super 16. You go there, you enter $100, and then we draw March 15th. It's March 24th, that weekend, that you come to beautiful Sarasota. I give you, when you come to the house, a Dick Evie package, autographed basketballs. I give you autographed hats, T-shirts, books. Take some other stuff from my house if you like.
Anything goes.
Oh, to raise money for kids, I'll do it.
Trying to get out of there, and a reach and a foul. 27 seconds to go. They'll get Sergio Rice with that foul.
Somebody came to me and said, "You're going to open your house of strangers." I said, "Are you kidding me? We have parties there, heading to raise money for kids." And last week we talked about it, Dave. A girl 4 weeks ago passed away. Beautiful girl, Ava Grace Jones, 10 years old. No mom and dad should put their child to rest. And in fact, I'm doing a $200,000 research grant in her name. So if you want to help me in that, just go to v.org/pediatrics. v.org/pediatrics, and you can make a donation. It goes to that grant that we're going to present to the parents, Kim and Kevin, at my gala.
Dale Bonner at the line, and he's been a big reason that Baylor has this lead with less than half a minute to go.
Yep.
Coming off the bench today, they lost Keontae George's minutes into the game, their top scorer. He had not been feeling well anyway. Then an ankle injury. He's not been able to return from that. And yet, Baylor played great after he left.
Yeah, they really did. And you know what? I don't know if maybe Texas got a little bit cocky with the 18-4 lead. No Keontae George. And they had a little letdown emotionally and mentally because they were on fire the first 5 minutes of the game.
Just fouled out, but with 24 points.
Yeah, he was terrific right from the start.
He really did everything he could do to keep Texas within striking distance throughout the day.
Place is going to be really special when they have that new field house here next year. It's only 10 months away from happening.
Yeah, a bit more of an intimate arena too.
Yep.
17.9 to go.
They're going to make it like a Duke kind of setting. About 8,000 fans. Duke has 9,000 plus. Fans will be right on top. You know what? And they make the ticket in demand. The ticket will be totally. I mean, we got a kick last week when we read on the paper only 17,000 are down in attendance in Syracuse. And I said, how many schools would love to get 17,000 a year?
Hunter going in strong.
Should have interfered.
Yeah, you're correct.
Definitely interference.
Interference to no basket.
How bad one eye I saw that, huh? One eye I saw that. I called it early.
Yep. 11.7 to go.
There's Rodney. He's an experienced coach. He's not a guy that's just all of a sudden is coaching the sideline. He's got a lot of head coaching experience and has done a good job. Well, he's been at Fresno State, Texas El Paso.
Final seconds and Hunter with a foul. Crowd didn't like that with 8.6 to go. And a 9-point lead for the Bears.
The only one that likes that is Krieger. He's going to add to his repertoire. He's going to add to his scoring.
Yeah, he's their best foul shooter, 88%.
And gives Coach Drew a little time to get all his quotes ready for the media.
So that's what goes through a coach's mind right now.
Absolutely, right now. And the other coach is thinking about what am I going to say to try and set this and start getting ready for the next game. Hey, I mentioned earlier, I wish a speedy recovery. Mark Pentecost, who helps me big time. I mean, he and his wife, Cindy, have given me 7-figure donations. The same with Matt Ishbia, who just bought the Phoenix Suns. I'd be lost without those guys.
Final basket here for Texas, it would appear, as Hunter makes it 81-72. And Baylor trying to...
I wish there was a way. I've tried to think 5,000 methods to speed up the game at the end and eliminate all the fouling to extend the game when teams have no chance.
In the end, Baylor picks up the 21st win. Tough one for the Longhorns. Now they await Kansas and West Virginia coming your way next. For Chris Budden and Dick Vitale and our entire crew, I'm Dave O'Brien. Thanks so much for being with us. We're going to toss it to Mark Neely and Chris Spatola in Lawrence.